Hello, welcome. So today we are going to look at when not to drive if you are a pregnant woman. So if you are pregnant or you are not even a woman, you can still watch and inform other women that you know. So if you want to drive and you are pregnant, you have to check if you don't feel nauseous. Do you feel like vomiting? Then that is not the time for you to drive. If your nausea is very bad, that you cannot get off the couch even when you are home, or you cannot rush to the bathroom, but rather you have to find something, a pot close to you to vomit into it or to puke into it, then you definitely don't have to drive when you are pregnant. Most of the time, feeling nauseous or wanting to vomit comes along with lightheadedness or dizziness, which is also one reason why you shouldn't drive when you are feeling nauseous, because feeling dizzy behind the steer whilst you are driving can cause havoc. One other time too that you don't have to drive when pregnant is when you can't feel comfortable behind the steering wheel. So in some cars you can adjust the steer to suit you, and you can also adjust the seat. Yes, so with this Toyota Corolla that I'm using now, you can adjust the seat, but you can't adjust the steer. So you still have to adjust the seat and make sure that your stomach isn't so much close to the steer. You just have to feel comfortable, like just adjust yourself to a place that will be comfortable to drive. So when you are driving, you are at a high risk of something called deep vein thrombosis, or DVT for short, which usually starts from the leg, and then it's like a clot in the blood. It starts from the leg region upwards towards your lung, and that can cause fatality. So the best way to prevent this DVT is to try to stop frequently, to stretch about, and then you also have to be hydrated. That means you have water on you to be drinking. Whilst drinking water, it means you'll be feeling more to urinate. So maybe when you stop, you also have to try to urinate, because the water you are drinking will cause you to feel that urge to also urinate. One other time that you shouldn't also force yourself to drive is especially when your pregnancy makes you feel limited in terms of your movement. So if you have difficulty turning your head to look behind you, to stretch ahead to see what is ahead of you, to look at the other side, or to even move in a particular way, because when you are pregnant, even the seatbelt you wear shouldn't pass on your stomach. It should be below the tummy, and a whole lot of things. So if the pregnancy is not going to make you feel comfortable to move in a way that you can, then you shouldn't force yourself to drive. The period when a pregnancy is a bit huge, it has reached the final stages, and you feel so much pain in your back, behind your neck, in your shoulders, and maybe in your abdomen region, and because of that you can't make free movement to check the mirrors here and there, you don't have to force yourself to drive. Yes, all pregnant women should keep this in mind, because driving itself is a risky job or activity. So being pregnant and driving puts you more at a risk as a driver. And the last but not the least that we'll talk about is, don't force yourself to drive when you can't pay much attention to the road as a pregnant woman. And as a pregnant woman, in as much as you may try to be focused on the road, so many other things in your body may even distract you, apart from people outside distracting you. So things like nausea, headache, dizziness, pain in the back, pain in the abdomen, and so many other things that come with pregnancy will be disturbing you, or could be disturbing you whilst you are driving. So when you are driving and you have all these things like stress and anxiety on your mind and a whole lot of things, this makes you extra vulnerable to human errors. Let me add this. I could have ended on the fifth point, but let me add this. Don't drive when you are in labor. Some people try to do it. I have never done it before, and I don't intend ever doing that. It is a very risky thing to do. You may think there is nobody at home to drive you to the hospital, but don't try it. It is just not safe to do it as a pregnant woman who is in labor. That's a very dangerous path. You know, being in labor is a whole thing on its own, and the least contraction can even let you maybe press on the brake or accelerator, which can cause havoc for you. So it is not advisable to want to drive yourself to the hospital, especially when you are in labor. If you are home alone and you are in labor and there is no one around to drive you to the hospital, it would be good that you call the ambulance for the ambulance services to do that instead of you yourself driving. So this and many other reasons are why if you are pregnant, you're not supposed to drive. But irrespective of all these that I've said, if you feel comfortable in the seat without any distractions, without any morning sicknesses, nausea, dizziness, and all those stress, back pain, and all that, then you can comfortably drive yourself, and then you feel safe whilst driving. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check my playlist of driving videos in the description box. For those of you who don't want to subscribe but you still want to have a feel of my videos, you can check that, and then maybe we'll meet again in my next video. Bye.